It's been almost a year now since I picked up this 2001 Harley Davidson Softail Deuce. And in today's video, I'm going to give you the top 5 reasons I love having a Softail. I put about 7,000 miles on this bike, and although I do probably ride my Street Glide a little bit more, this has a special place in my heart. We're going to talk about it, but before we jump into it, if we haven't met before, or this is your first time here, I'm Brandon Hart. I like making videos about Harley Davidson motorcycles. Thank you. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, you natural.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. What was your name?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. I'm Brandon. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Brandon.
Hell yeah. By the way, I did just start my new clothing brand, Iron Coast Supply. I've got a shirt on today. You can see these fit pretty well. Nice kind of longer, looser fitting t-shirts, but I like it that way, right? It's not all tight on you, and it gets lower on the waist, which is nice for someone that's taller. I'm about 6'1", 210-ish, and an extra large fits me pretty well. This is extra large. So if you're interested in checking out some of the designs, I've got about seven or eight of them out there. Check out the Instagram page, Iron Coast Supply, and follow me on Instagram too if you'd like to, Brandon Hart _. I haven't done an old school riding video lately, so I'm gonna grab my helmet here and we're gonna go for a little ride and talk about it a little bit. It's been a while since I've done like a moto vlog. This is kind of cool, so let's jump on and we'll get into it. We're gonna start with probably the most obvious thing. Now, this is a twin cam 88 motor. I love it. In my opinion, this is the best sounding Harley motor I've heard. Now, I've got Vance and Hines on it. I think they're short shots, kind of came with it. No baffles in them. But this sound, oh my goodness. Let's just start her up. Number 5 is the sound of this thing. This thing just sounds amazing. Ooh, that feedback when you let off the throttle. That's the move right there, boy. Really nice park here. I'll catch the name up at the front. We're in Southwest Florida, and this is the Largo area. Kind of close to Clearwater, or part of Clearwater technically. Do a lot of riding around here. I used to start a lot of videos in front of my house, but my neighbor's dog does not ever stop barking. I don't know what it is about the older twin cams. I know the motor's not as big as the 114 on my Street Glide, but it just has that deep, classic sound that you would think of when you think about Harley Davidson. And I'll just be honest, a lot of these got some air. A lot of these newer bikes, the Milwaukee 8s, they don't sound the same. I've got the 114 on my Street Glide, and it's a quick bike. The motor just doesn't do it for me. John S. Taylor Park in Pinellas County. That's where we are. John Taylor Park. Look at that view. Come on now. Golly. You can't beat it. I love living here. Another reason I love the Softail, it's just light and nimble, easy to maneuver. For y'all that have the big touring bikes, Street Glides, Road Glides, Road Kings, they tend to feel a little heavy. And when you go from a touring bike to a Softail, it's almost like you feel like you're riding a bicycle.
they're so light and just like zippy. It just, there's something nice about feeling like you don't have to control a lot of weight, and it's really free. Like around turns and stuff, you can really move this thing and throw it into the corners a little bit more than you probably would a bike with floorboards, like your typical touring bikes. And as you can see from the beginning of this video, this bike pulls compliments, and it's not like it's an expensive bike. I mean, almost 20,000 miles on a 2001. I don't know if it's the color or just the overall look, but people like it. That's really going to be the next reason, is the classic styling. Reason number 3. It just looks like a classic Harley Davidson motorcycle. Now, I did put my own personal touches on here a little bit. A lot of personal touches on this one. Now, when I bought it, it had those bigger, I think the wheels were made for a touring bike, so they really squeeze on a 190 on the back. I think you're only supposed to go up to 180 on this bike, or the stock rear tire was 180. And then the front is a lot wider because the stock Deuces have a really thin front tire. I like it. I mean, it has a different look to it. And then I did the headlight up front. Even though it wasn't stock before this one, I had to upgrade to LED because the old one was just it wasn't bright enough at night. So this one's bright, and I may have just wired it as high beam only, but I think it fits the look of this specific bike. I changed up the handlebars too. This had like a pullback stock, but I put more of a stock style riser on it with 14-inch ape hangers. Believe it or not, don't tell anybody, these came from eBay, and I think they were like 110 bucks. I love these handlebars. I like that more than the meat hook, especially with the older style bikes. It flows better. And I did some Avon grips, got the little Amazon special mirrors. And yeah, I mean, she was just that clean look. I've always liked the bars up a little bit. I like the way a bike handles more, and I got to sit up straight. Believe it or not, I even took this bike to Daytona Biketoberfest. A little 3.5, 4 hour trip to Daytona instead of the Street Glide, which worked out pretty good. I had like this duffel bag on the back, and I moved the duffel bag up to kind of serve as a backrest. I like this bike is it's just stands out. I mean, it's more rare. Maybe rare is the wrong word, but the Deuces only ran for, I want to say 7 years, late 90s to early 2000s. I'll put the exact dates up on the screen. That coupled with the purple color, which I love it, Concord Purple I think it's called. It's the early 2000s stock Harley color. And I think it looks great. So you park this thing at bike night, and you're gonna find it, and it's different than what everybody else is riding right now. I think if you look at the road right now, Street Glide, Road Glide, mostly Road Glide, and then the Lowrider S, Lowrider STs are really popular. It seems to be more of a shift recently to performance motorcycles, which I do like. And the older chrome classic look is, I don't want to say fading away, but it doesn't seem to be as popular unless you were to look at the Vikla scene. and the Softail Deluxe, Heritage. I think those bikes are still pretty popular. But you'd be hard pressed to find a Deuce in the wild. I mean, I've only seen a few of them. Biketoberfest, I think I saw maybe one other Deuce out there. We're heading in the direction of Indian Rocks Beach. Get a little chilly headed to the beach. You know, before we get into the last reason I love my Harley Softail, let's just take a moment to soak this in. My apologies for my sabbatical, if you want to call it. Took a little personal break from things on the YouTubes for a little while. I did my upload last week, so we're getting back into it. And I just want to get back into doing things that I enjoy, that I love, and share it with you. Because I do miss that. But having said that, I do have to carve out time and kind of ride by myself, because it's nice to do that every now and then. Indian Rocks Beach, here we are. The last reason, and maybe my favorite, about why I love a Softail, is the lack of technology. I got so much stuff on my Street Glide, cruise control and Apple CarPlay, speakers, sound. When you're on a Softail, it's just you, the road, and the bike, and the elements. I don't have anything in front of me except the headlight, which I think is cool. It's like, think about the road, right? Like, I can see everything right here, and if I was on my Street Glide, you're kind of limited to this region. So it's a more perspective. I think it's a more immersive riding experience, and maybe that's why I like it so much. That might be the top reason. It's funny how it kind of worked out that way. But in a world where technology is reigning supreme, you know, the thing is, a bike with less tech, think of it as like an older muscle car. Those cars are cool, and it's not because they're technologically advanced, it's because they're not. You know, you just want to turn that key and go. And I don't need to hear music on this bike. I like the way the bike sounds. Gosh, it's beautiful. So when you think about it, realistically, if I was to sell this like 5-10 years down the road, I think it's pretty desirable for someone looking for this style of bike because of not having the technology. Like a Street Glide. Look at your Street Glides from, you know, 2010, 2012. You know, they've got like rubber buttons or head units for the sound system, and even the audio on my 2021 Street Glide is starting to become outdated. And the touch screens, all that stuff is going to be replaced by the next big thing very soon. It's classic. It's like I always like those older Ford Broncos, or just a Bronco. Like there's nothing else in it. So, you know, if you get a chance to check out an early 2000s Softail, I recommend you do it. Gives you a great feeling. It reminds me of being a kid and seeing everybody on Softails and some of the smaller bikes before the big touring bikes really took over. And there's a time and place for that. I'm not talking trash. I love my touring bike. But man, this is just so much fun to ride. But anyway, curious to hear your thoughts below. Please let me know what you think. I'm always interested, and if you got any ideas for some videos I can do, I'm all ears. You know, jumping back in, it's kind of like, you know, you get a little nervous. Am I talking about things that people even care about? So the feedback is always good. If you don't want to miss my uploads, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification. But you already know, I appreciate all of you. It's great to be back. Great to hit record again and just share my rides with the world. So my goal is to spread love of riding bikes. That's it, man. So if you do ride, remember, keep that rubber side down, y'all. God, it feels good to say that. Keep that rubber side down. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.